Hello everybody, and today I want to show you my new Jade House speed farm build for Torment 13, the new highest Torment difficulty in the new patch 2.4.2. Drizzle right now is PTR, but I think the patch will go live like it is right now on PTR, so nothing will change. So let's go through the skills, items, and the cube. First the cube. Here, as weapon slot, Wormwood, so that you don't have to cast Locust Swarm yourself. Would be dumb in the speed farm build if you have to cast Locust Swarm yourself. Gets a total for double damage when you harvest. And then the new buffed Ring of Emptiness. Ring of Emptiness now deals up to you deal up to 300% increased damage to enemies affected by both Haunt and Locust Swarm. So just a basic buff. You always use Haunt and Locust Swarm in Jade build, and this ring also was designed for Jade build. There are some other builds where you use this ring too, but it's the best for Jade because you don't have to change anything in the Jade build. You can just put in a cube and then get the damage bonus. So, then now the items. As weapon I got Sacred Harvester for the 10 Soul Harvest stacks, because from Jade set you gain every rune of Soul Harvest, so it gives you more toughness, which you really need on Torment 13. You gain up to 50% movement speed, and the other runes are a little bit useless. And you gain more toughness from your Lacumbus braces, gain 60% damage reduction. Yeah, so you really need Sacred Harvester on Torment 13. Then as offhand, Wild Hive, just for a basic 60% damage increase for Locust Swarm and the Pestilence rune. Yeah, that's just normal. I will put a Diablo fans link in the description where I show you which stats you prefer on what item, so don't have to go in that in the video now. So then an offhand, then the rings. First the Reckless ring, and then Avarice band. Yeah, the Reckless ring, you need it for just movement speed. So here you gain up to 60% increased movement speed for 4 seconds after fearing an enemy. That's why I got Horrify. Also with the movement speed rune, 20% more movement speed. You just cast this every time it's ready, and then you gain your increased movement speed, 80%. If you hit an enemy with Horrify. If you just cast Horrify and you Horrify no enemy, the ring don't works. Yeah, that's what it says. That. Then Avarice Band for pickup radius. Also for Boon of the Hoarder, that you can pick up easier your gold and get this 30% increased movement speed. And then also for Resin Feast, so that you can pick up easier globes and gain basic damage bonus, because 10% more intelligence for every globe. It's just also really good on Torment 13, just for a damage boost. Then the belt. It's just a Haunting Girdle, so that you cast 1 extra Haunt. Yeah. It's also clear. Then Hellfire Amulet. I got Pierce the Veil on this amulet, but I would prefer Confidence Ritual, because every time you Soul Harvest, you stand in 20 yards to the mobs. So it's just 5% more damage than Pierce the Veil. This way is just 20% more damage and also increase your mana costs. Yeah. But I don't got a better Hellfire Amulet at the moment. So, and the rest is just the complete Jade Harvester set. All 6 pieces. So that you can see here, first bonus you get is when Haunt lands on an enemy already affected by a Haunt, it instantly deals 120 seconds worth of Haunt damage. Yeah, that's not very useful for us on Torment 13, so we don't care about that. The second bonus, 4-piece set bonus, is very important, so that you gain all Soul Harvest runes and reduce the cooldown of Soul Harvest by 1 second every time you cast Haunt. And that's it. You want enough cooldown reduction on your gear, so that you just need to cast Haunt 2 times, and then you can harvest again. And the last bonus is that you harvest all your dots, instantly dealing 300 seconds worth of damage, remaining damage. So just the normal soul harvest bonus. And then let's talk about the gems. First Boon of the Hoarder, just for movement speed. Then Bane of Trap, just for a little bit damage bonus. And then Gogok. I decided for Gogok because you also gain a little bit attack speed, which makes it easier for you to cast Haunt on the enemies. And you gain up to 15% cooldown reduction, which makes it easier for you to get enough cooldown reduction to just need to cast Haunt 2 times and then Soul Harvest. Yeah. Dodge chance is also okay, but you don't really need it on Torment 13. Yeah. So that's about it. So now we go to the skills. First Spirit Walk with Severance Rune. You gain 100% more movement speed while in Spirit Walk. Yeah. That's just good for speed. That's it. Then Haunt with Lingering Spirit. And the rune makes, if there are no enemies left, the spirit will linger for up to 10 seconds looking for new enemies. And that's it. That's the special thing which I think no one else uses in their Jade Harvester builds. I never saw a build with this rune, but I always use this rune when I play Jade. And that's, when I cast Haunt, it comes back to me. And I can stack up to, I think, 2 or 3 Haunts on myself then. Then when I just go close to mobs, Haunt spreads around itself from me up. Just that you see that. So you have to cast not as much Haunt as in other builds. Let me go here. So I stack a little bit up Haunt up on me, and then you can see Haunt is going in the mobs automatically. They can harvest them. So you don't have to cast as much Haunt with this rune. And that's also a reason why you use Locust Swarm. Because you just want Locust Swarm with the Cold rune. You gain mana from the rune, you don't really need it, and you don't really cast Locust Swarm yourself. It will be casted by Wormwood automatically. But you need a Cold rune so that you can go on cold damage on your bracers. And Amulet if you got one. If you got a Hellfire Amulet with cold damage. Yeah, so that you gain a damage bonus on both. Then next here, the Soul Harvest. It doesn't matter which rune you take, because you gain all runes automatically from the Jade Harvester bonus. Then just Pernanado, just to pull everything a little bit better together, especially for packs, so that you can cast your Haunt all on it and then pull it together, harvest, and when the pack don't dies in one harvest, you can harvest again and get enough mobs around you to die, so that you directly reduce your cooldown to 0 of Soul Harvest and can harvest again. Then Horrify with Stalker Rune, 20% more movement speed, just for the ring, to gain the 60% more movement speed, just a speed spell. And then the passives, first Creeping Death, just for more damage when you harvest. Yeah. Then Grave Adjusted for 1 second, cooldown reduction when the enemy dies. It's just normal in every Jade build. Aggressive Feast, because you gain enough pickup radius from every I spend. You got always 3 to 5 Aggressive Feast stacks, and that's just a basic intelligence bonus, but just more damage, which you can really need on Torment 13. And then Rush of Essence, so Spirit spells return 100 mana over 10 seconds, and Haunt is one of them, so that you can cast Haunt as much as you want and your mana never goes down a little bit. Yeah. And then just Pierce Veil on my Hellfire Amulet, but like I already said, I would prefer Confidence Ritual. Yeah, and that's it. That's all the skills, cube, and items. So let's just on Torment 13 Rift. Okay, during the Rift I will explain a little bit the playstyle and gameplay. So let's just enjoy it and have fun. So, first thing is, just to get enough toughness to survive on Torment 13, always just search for some enemies and cast one's soul house. Just that you got your basic toughness to survive on Torment 13. And then the gameplay is really simple. You just run around, cast a bit Haunt, and also a lot of Haunt is cast itself because of the because of the Haunt rune. Yeah, then you see a pack, just cast your friend Nado, a bit Haunt, and Soul Harvest. Yeah, really simple gameplay. Then always for movement speed, cast Horrify once and Spirit Walk. Yeah, very simple. It's just very fun to play. More fun than the stupid Heltus Manajumas build, where you just run around with your chicken and cast the zombie wall and watch your Gargs I think kill enemies. I know that the Garg build is faster with Heltus. Yeah, I think this build is more fun. And I always change once per season my Torment 13 farm build. So at the beginning of the season I will play Heltus, because you can't play Jade from the beginning of the season. You need a bit Paragon. So you just need to test at which point you one-shot enemies on Torment 13, and then you can one-shot trash on Torment 13, and then you can play Jade. Before I would prefer to play Heltus, because it's just easier. But you could also just augment your Jade Harvester gear to be more faster, get a better kill speed. I know there are also versions around with Ingeum Jade builds. I don't like that versions. I tried them, but you die a lot. Without Sacred Harvester you die so much. Torment 13 you gain a lot damage. It's nothing to compare to Torment 10. Torment 10 is really easy compared to Torment 13. Yeah, so just run around, cast Haunt, Soul Harvest, pull a bit together with friend and Nado, and have fun. Also, right now I'm playing on PTR and it's a little bit laggy, so you can't really aim my harvest good. I often cast Soul Harvest I'm not perfectly on the mob. And then the boss fight is just also simple, cast your Haunt, get cooldown reduction from casting Haunt, and how's the boss? How's the boss 3 or 4 times and then it's down. He should be down. And then also one quick tip. In the Heltus build you don't really need homing pads to port out, because you got your pads who blocking the mobs and letting you easier port out. I would prefer to always have homing pads in your inventory for Jade, so that you can easier port out of the rift. That's just one tip when you want to play Jade speed build. Yeah. So that was my Jade Harvester speed guide. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in season 7. Goodbye.